Hi there, welcome. My name is Kevin Truitt with Church Media Connection, and I'm so excited to have my good friend Corey Nolan with us, who we've partnered with to offer you our very own School of Worship. Now, this school is different than a lot of schools. We've got Corey with us. Corey, you are one of the best worship leaders that I know, and a good friend of mine, of course. And we're going to be offering 12 courses that is going to take your worship to another level. And Corey, tell us a little bit about what we can learn. We've got 12 segments. Some of them include building your team.
Building your team, how to recruit musicians, how to identify musicians, how to resource within the community. So it's a fine line between meeting musicians sometimes with other churches and being able to work with them without other churches feeling like you're stealing their music. That's a line you don't want to cross, and we'll talk about that. Song selection, how do you find the songs that you want to bring into, what are the right songs for your congregation, what are the ones you shouldn't be singing, and not because they're bad, but it's not you, it's not your congregation, it's not your song. We'll talk about that, dynamics in worship. Gosh, what's another one?
Engaging your congregation. Have you ever worshiped, like you're leading worship and they're just sitting there with their arms crossed? How do you do that?
Smoke and mirrors, lots of bombs, fiery things. You'll find out in the class how to do that.
Yeah. We also have some worship leaders, like they're doing it because it's a small church and there's nobody else to do it, but they're really shy. We're going to talk about building your confidence, how to build your confidence, how to engage your congregation, and much, much more. This is a school of worship for your church to help you no matter what size you're at. If you're a worship pastor, I want you to really seriously consider joining Corey in our school of worship. And guess what? We're going to give you one free class right now. All you have to do is press this register button on this page, and we're going to let you in to see the very first class absolutely free with no obligation. We know it's going to bless you. These courses are divided into, 12 courses, and each course is divided into about 3 to 6 classes. So you're going to have a lot of material. You're going to want to download the note page, take notes on your own, really engage with us. And then I believe, Corey, you and I were talking about throughout their course, they're going to have live Q&A webinars as well. So if you get stumped in any of these courses, you can bring your questions to Corey in a live webinar. You're going to be personally mentored and coached by one of the best worship leaders that I personally know. And tell us some of the things you've done. I know that you've been worship leader for about 25 years, but you've traveled the country, you've organized worship conventions, and
conferences,
what are those
events.
about?
Well, you know, kind of what we're doing with the School of Worship is there's lots of worship training events going on around the country, and we sponsor one that I'm very involved with here. We're in our 18th year.
Wow.
But a lot of times people can't make it to those events. So what we're going to do is do a little more elaborate, a little more in-depth. You can take this over the period of months if you want to, talking about all of the practical aspects of what this calling entails as a musician, as a leader, as a team leader, as a resourcer, as a lead worshiper. All this stuff is what we're going to go over in depth, and we're going to have a blast.
It's going to be fun, and it's going to take your worship to another level. So please, take a look at this first free class. It's absolutely free with no obligation. Just push the button, and you're going to be able to access the School of Worship and watch that first class absolutely free. We know it's going to bless you. Send this to somebody else, and I know it's going to bless them as well. Corey, I'm excited about the School of Worship,
I'm looking forward to it.
It's going to be a blast, and I think you're going to love it too. So don't delay. Register right now, push that button, and get on that first class absolutely free. And we'll see you on the inside.